All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Prescott looks to throw on first. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll run with Elliott, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43.
47. 26.
A give to Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down throw for Prescott. And this one caught by Beasley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it? They'll
try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. And his kick here is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting a 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now the rookie first rounder from Penn State, Saquon Barkley. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here's Lauletta now on second. And this will be incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Lauletta. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Lauletta now to throw it. And that's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run with Barkley, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd down, Lauletta. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
And Rosas puts this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on
I know you like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back at him. They get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that
really
one.
good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well for them.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd Second down, Prescott again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
This is Barkley. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Third and 2, Lauletta. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
Second down, Prescott. And he will find his man on the outside. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Lauletta looking to throw on second down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Sean Lee in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. This is third and long. Here's Lauletta. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. Rosas good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Here's Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down. On second down, Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here we go. 46. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A first down throw for Prescott. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The man whose father was a Cowboy, Mario Edwards Jr., in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
You go 46, 46. You go 46, 46. 26.
Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. It doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
You go 46.
Here's Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So that, a good kick. We haven't talked about it much, but the wind is prevalent, and he drove that right into the wind.
Yeah, and don't forget the wind can swirl down there, too. So being able to read it, how it's coming, left to right to left, and to be able to execute that kick, that's pretty darn strong right there.
New York set to take the field. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing, because the reaction to those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Following throwing the interception. Here's Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. On the catch, this is Russell Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Lauletta. And that'll be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 30.
Lauletta to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Green, 39. Green.
And they'll throw again with Lauletta. It's caught. Shepard. 15 yards through the air and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for in the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. How fun will it be to watch Barkley and Elliott go at it twice a year? Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Set. 319. 319.
Lauletta again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle to Beckham. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, here's Lauletta. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they get 14 yards there at a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now Lauletta on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Randy Gregory in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Lauletta. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Lauletta. And that is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
46.
1st down, Prescott. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
There we go, going to 53. Here we go.
The give is to Elliott. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
Throwing. Prescott. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Prescott now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, 47.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Here we go, 46, 46.
Now Elliott, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That defensive front four has been very good. They have just not let the running game get going, have they?
Not at all. In fact, the entire offense just looking a little bit out of sync in this one.
Yeah, sometimes this is why coaches like forward-down defensive linemen. They feel like they can cover more ground when defending the run.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
41 for Will. We'll go 47. 26.
This is Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Hey, 47. Here we go.
Right back to him on 1st down. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Prescott now on 2nd down. Rolling to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway and trying to win the tournament going down the stretch. There's so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's Lauletta now on 2nd. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Lauletta. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. David Irving. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, Lauletta. And this one's incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Lauletta, he'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So a big one coming now for Aldrich Rosas. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help in the contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped them at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
It's coming now.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Prescott now. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Good.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He can run for it, and he will. Oh, Prescott stripped. And who's got it? The Giants. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
A handoff to Barkley, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Lauletta. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. This is 3rd and long. Here's Lauletta. To Barkley on the check down. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often. But you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Back to throw. And Cooper's got a big game going. That's complete again. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do, and think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Here we go. 47, 47.
He's back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's it, baby.
The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
46, 26.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Giants, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Dallas, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.